Welcome into Brighton High School for a special edition of KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, as we've got Brighton Lacrosse for you here on this Friday night as the Brighton Bengals prepare to host the Corner Canyon Chargers. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. We'll be joined momentarily by Kenzie Christiansen. Have a fun matchup for you here tonight with the Brighton Bengals and the Corner Canyon Chargers. Corner Canyon coming in 1-4 on the year. They've had a couple region matchups the Charger have already. Haven't been successful yet in those, but they come in having played an absolutely loaded schedule. They've taken on Bear River, Riverton. Those are two top teams in their respective classifications. Both of those games losses, have wins over Lehigh, or a win over Lehigh, and they're still looking to find their rhythm. It's a young team for Coach Kenning and the Chargers. They're trying to get a big win here on the road against Brighton. Meanwhile, for the Bengals coming in 2-2 this year, returning a lot of contributors off of last year's squad. Had a great year for Brighton last year, 25-8, and trying to get back to a deep postseason run. Coach Nass does such a great job. We'll get into starters, players, a highlight as they work us right in front, and Corner Canyon conceding the first goal of the game as Brighton Bengal with the goal just 30 seconds in, 1-0 Brighton. That middle just opened up. Great vision there by the Bengals, able to attack. Beautiful job. Talk about a Brighton team returning so much talent from last year, including a pair of players that have been on varsity since their freshman years in Charlie Eichner, Caroline Lee, multi-year starters, a pair of juniors for the Bengals. Your starting goaltenders today for Corner Canyon, Brinley Criddle, the junior, between the pipes for Corner. Meanwhile, for Brighton, the starting goalie today, the junior Annabelle Kiefer. Off this draw, possessed by Corner Canyon. Sophie Jacobs trying to bring it ahead. You see Brighton there defensively. But Jacobs able to get it through, looking for a shot just inside that 8-meter. And a whistle here will be set up here for the Chargers. Good initiation there by Jacobs. It's the Corner Canyon group that's been led by Catherine Fawcett. The junior has 30 goals on the season. Sophie right here, she's got 16, and that one taken away. Nice job there by Kiefer. And here's Brighton looking for the quick outlet. Bengals pushing up ahead here. Want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late to try to keep it single. Nice speed here by Brighton, working in front. And a big save made there by Criddle. Boy, that was a great look there for Lee. Corner Canyon here trying to get the clear. Ambrose, a little spin move there. Talk about for the Bengals coming in 2-2. Lost a close one to Skyridge, 6-5. Lost to Davis before getting a big win against Bingham. And most recently against Maple Mountain. Back-to-back wins for the Bengals is in this early part of the year. Starting to find their offense, back-to-back efforts in double figures. Here come the Bengals in transition. Being led here by Henderson. Worked up with Eichner. A number of Charger defenders there, but a whistle. And they'll push this out here to the 12 for the start here for Eichner. Coming near side, Nielsen, multi-sport athlete for the Bengals, is hugely looking for a lane. Good quick step right in front and a goal. Back-to-back goals for Brighton. 2-0 Bengals. As a nice looking goal there from Alex Hughley. Her 8th of the season. Making it 2-0 Bengals. Talk about some of the experience on this Brighton Bengals roster. We talked about a couple of juniors. It's a group that has 6 seniors. Hughley is one of them. Other seniors include Ayla Cole, Emily Grace, Izzy Gurley. We'll talk about those names. Zoe Kiefer, Ainsley Phillips. It's a Brighton program's got strong tradition for years here. Coach Nash continued to keep this one of the top programs in 5A. Good start here at home, 2-0 for the Bengals. Off that draw, corner trying to maintain it here is Iconot able to gather for the Chargers. Being defended here by Hughley. Played this up, but that couldn't be corralled. Ground ball gathered by the Brighton defense. Henderson. End to end here for Emma. We'll give this to Eichner. Brighton has shown good speed. Eichner again working to a scoring position and scoring. 3-0 Brighton as Charlie Eichner with her second goal today. 7th on the season for Charlie Eichner. Mentioned Charlie, one of those players, been on varsity since her freshman year. Her and Hughley with early goals. We head back here for another draw. 3-0 the advantage here for Brighton in this opening quarter. For Corner Canyon, we talk about the offense. Fawcett, Jacobs has carried a lion's share of the goal scoring. 46 of their 56 goals coming from that junior duo. And can Corner get them going as they're able to win here off the draw? Iconot with it. I think just the one shot on goal, Corner Canyon, in these opening minutes. Boy, look at that tenacious defense by Brighton. Parker trying to maintain this. And gathered there by Ambrose. Cutting through. Brighton having to peel off. Ambrose now splitting the D. Inside that 8-meter, going between the legs, and that one just saved away. Nice play there by Kiefer as it moved to the side of the cage, and now Brighton with the clear. Bengals on the move. Hughley playing up ahead. Eichner has help, and you get the call there. As this was dangerously close to the head, and official here looking like she might be. Okay, couldn't tell if we were going to get a card or not. We don't. So this will be a start here from the 12. Oh, maybe not. I think they're going to pull her back a little bit. So a start here for the Bengals. Eichner feeding in front. That was intended there for Nielsen. Kept here by Bella Fisher. Brighton setting up that offense. Nelson ran through on that far side. Lee now coming around right in front. And you see that defense collapse down. And the call there. 6+ minutes to go here. Opening quarter. As Lee here will have this just offset from 8 meters. Coming in, shot and a goal. 4-0 Brighton. Lee with her first goal today, 10th on the season. As they play Sweet Caroline here at Brighton. What a start for the Bengals. We want to thank sponsors of Brighton High School. Or girls lacrosse, we talk about how great this program's been. Can't do it without their sponsors. Raising Cane's. Who doesn't love Raising Cane's? Raising Cane's serves only the most craveable chicken finger meals. It's our one love. There are 9 locations here in Utah from Logan to Provo where people can stop in for one of their quality chicken finger meals. I want to thank Raising Cane's for their sponsorship of Brighton Lacrosse. First had Raising Cane's in Vegas. I was like, man, we got to get this up in Utah. Now we have it. Fantastic. Off the draw, possession Gathered by Corner Canyon is Kenzie Christiansen. Welcome in.
Thank you so much. I apologize for my tardiness, but I'm excited to be here to watch the Bengals and the Chargers take each other on.
Been a great start for Brighton. Dominated possession 4-0.
Yeah, to come into that, it's amazing to see that we're 6 minutes in, 4 goals already on the board for Brighton. Just an amazing talent. I was running in, as you guys can probably tell. But we were running in just like this player is down the field.
Yeah, here's the
with
question.
Such speed.
Who's got more speed? Marley Rodney running down the sideline or Kenzie Christiansen who's out of breath?
I'm going to say that she does. I'm just old.
As we get another whistle here, and this will...
So she's going to be getting set up on that 12.
On the 12.
So that means a foul happened between the 8 and the 12 for an opportunity for a lane.
Here's Eichner. Offset.
Great body positioning on that defender.
Yeah, I see him force that loose, rekept or gathered. Work back behind goal. Lee.
Great footwork.
Able to slice through, working in front again, and it's another Brighton goal. Caroline Lee scoring her second of the game.
Caroline had such great footwork. She was able to switch that stick back and forth and find that open right lane. She saw her defender open up her hips, which gave her the opportunity to what I say is called burn past her and get a great shot off with nothing in her way.
We've got a timeout taken by Corner Canyon as Brighton has the pedal to the metal here in the first quarter. They lead Corner Canyon 5-0. You're watching Brighton Lacrosse on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back. 5-0 Brighton. It's been all Bengals. They've had dominative possession. Corner Canyon, anytime they have it on offense, I think they've had 2 shots today. Both of them been kept out. It's been hard for them to get into their offense. If you're the Chargers in that timeout, Kenzie, what are you telling your group to try to get refocused here in the early going?
Reading head coach Matt Kenning's body language, I could tell him that he was saying just go out there, have fun, play with heart, but play with some more intensity. Have a lot more drive, but also make sure that you're covering your girls. As you kind of could see throughout the game, some of the girls had a little bit too much space on the attacking end, which gave them the opportunity to get those goals. So I bet that was something that was mentioned.
Back to the draw here. Corners actually fared well off the draw in the early going here. This one out of the air. Corner trying to gather, and Jacobs does.
Great double teaming for defense gearing up.
Jacobs been good on the draw this year. 507 her draw percentage coming into this one. She's got it now between a quartet of Brighton Bengals.
Beautiful stick work.
Giving that up with Fawcett. And you see the whistle there inside the 8. Good initiation there by Catherine Fawcett. Talk about 30 goals on the year, 9 assists. They got to get her going.
Absolutely, and she gets a great 8-meter opportunity on the second inside. I think nothing better than what she could ask for. She was swarmed by those defenders. Actually, I like center hash.
Yeah.
My apologies.
There's Fawcett straight away. Keeper's been strong today. Fawcett coming in. That's over the crossbar. And as they've done all game, one and done. Brighton able to gather with Emma Henderson. I'll tell you, the speed Brighton has had through the middle of the field has been visible. And now it's, Eichner coming up. Has help with her.
Great defense. Keeping those sticks up between 10 and 2. No body contact with the sticks. Great job.
Ambrose trying to scrap here to get it back for the Chargers, but it's Izzy Gurley that had it.
Yeah, that was a block. If that's something you haven't seen before, a block is just stopping that player from going forward. It's a safety foul.
Here's Miller.
Nice
She'll
pump.
give this, here with Eichner. See how open areas of that defense are. It was a good job there by Jacobs, but the whistle here.
I think that whistle was in her favor. She did drop that ball, but there was a slow whistle being held, meaning if she wasn't able to drive it in, she was going to get the whistle in the lane anyways.
Worked over, Gurley off the bounce. Good find inside. Oh, good cutback, and that just over the crossbar.
Yeah, those are great opportunities. When sticks are high like that, from a pass to the goalie to catching up high, the next thing you want to do is look low for those low angles for shots. But that was a good power behind that shot anyways.
Corner here trying to get it through Parker. And that Couldn't. Yes, it is. Swept back in. Nice job by Fawcett.
So you saw there, she was stopping the ball. Some people may have thought that would be a cover. It's not. She's just controlling and keeping her face of her stick open to be able to pull the ball back into the field.
Fawcett, good creation here, working in front. And that was jarred loose with a foul here in the sphere. So it'll be Fawcett set up here again from 8 meters.
Here's an opportunity back for her once more.
Looks like she's going to shoot this here at the whistle. Step in, going low, and that taken away again. Another save by Annabelle Kiefer. She's been strong in this first quarter.
That was a stellar save. A stellar save. You know, I thought she definitely had that power and wind up for the shot, getting it low like she did, but that goalie was just fast as can be to save it.
Ayla Cole quickly down the middle.
Yeah, they are fast with those transitions. They're able to move the ball and passes.
Yeah. Oh, worked in front. Nielsen, that's taken away. And that's the best save of the game there for Criddle. Brighton still on it here. Nice job keeping that possession as we're down to our final minute of this opening quarter.
The Chargers goalie definitely has some bright shoes on. I wonder if there's some type of tactic behind that.
Got to be distraction, right? That shot just wide and backed up here.
Some type of distraction, be able to get them maybe shoot low. Maybe those are the best saving points.
Here's Miller.
I like that they take their time and wait for their opportunity in lanes. They're not rushing in. They're not calling any fouls that shouldn't be called. They're waiting for their opportunities.
Like that, Gurley seizing the opportunity, and that one jarred loose. We'll get another call here in the sphere.
Yeah, they've been capitalizing on all these 8-meter opportunities. So it'll be cool to see Gurley take this, especially that second inside right-handed player. She's going to do phenomenal.
Gurley, oh, good vision, moving over, that kicked away.
Great play. Honestly, the best play you could think of, especially where she had that open lane, no defenders even crashing in.
2 seconds left and won't get a shot off, and that will do it. First quarter in the books. Brighton jumping out to a 5-0 lead. They lead Corner Canyon. You're watching Brighton Lacrosse on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates on KSLSports.com. Back through one quarter, 5-0. We want to thank sponsors of Brighton Lacrosse, Aviva Woman. Hello, lacrosse fans. Did you know Aviva Woman offers personalized hormone therapy solutions tailored to your unique needs? If you suffer from migraines, fatigue, or just not feeling normal, our expert team can help optimize your hormone levels for peak performance and overall well-being. Plus, if you're here today, take advantage of our special offer. Receive $50 off your home hormone lab work. Don't miss out on this opportunity to feel your best with Aviva. Also want to thank Market Street Grill, home to the freshest fish and oysters on the Wasatch Front. Revisit your family's tradition of fantastic steaks and seafood at any of our 3 locations, downtown, Cottonwood, and South Jordan. Visit our website, marketstreetgrill.com, to buy tickets to our Chef's Table Summer Dinner Series. Market Street, legendary for a reason. Talk about legendary program in Brighton. What a start for the Bengals here in that first quarter.
Brighton's always had a very successful program. From their youth to their high school, they have spirit, they have love, they have passion. And it shows through from their kindergarten team all the way up to their seniors here in high school. And it's amazing to see the culture that Coach Nash is able to bring to these players. And like so many of these athletes are multi-athletes, and it's amazing to see, you know, those type of accomplishments, and a lot of them being on Utah national team.
Yeah, they've got several. I think it was 3 or 4 on the national team experience. Done a great job of developing players here that have been able to go and continue to play outside of their high school. As we'll redo this draw here.
That's a redraw. I think one of them didn't have the right motion as going up. Beautiful capture, almost. Great takeaway.
They've done a nice job on the draws today. Ambrose with the control.
Yeah, she had great direction for that draw control. It was almost captured by Brighton, but Chargers were able to swoop in and just take that beautiful ground ball. Very honorable as she ran through the ground ball. You don't see that quite as often with some of these teams, that they just sit there and poke at it until someone picks it up. So it was great.
Here's Sophie Jacobs. Sophie still on it here. Had some help with Fawcett, now into the teeth of that Brighton D, running out of room.
And a flag is in her favor.
Yeah.
That slow whistle, those 6 were in her sphere, so she gets that 8-meter opportunity.
Let's see if change of direction can change Corner Canyon's fortunes here. A number of looks haven't been able to beat Kiefer yet. Jacobs set up here. Will fire and another save.
Lots of great power behind that shot, just not finding the back of the net. But look at that speed once again as we head down to the attacking end of Brighton.
On the run.
Awesome open player.
Yeah, here's Caroline Lee.
Great transition. Very smart to pull it back to X. X gives her the opportunity to look forward for her teammates for any cuts or plays.
Well, Kiefer's been so good between the pipes today, and Brighton's been able to take advantage of that. Gurley.
Yeah, her stats are probably look phenomenal. I wish I kept a little bit better count, but
I think she's got 5 or 6 saves.
That's amazing. Good for her. It's a shutout first quarter. That's something to be honorable for.
Yeah. Well, especially in a game where you're taking on a 6A program, and I know people would look at the records, but one of the amazing things about this matchup, these two programs coming into this one, again, early part of the year, but they have both taken on multiple top 5 teams in their respective classifications. And so they haven't been afraid to, I don't want to say schedule up, but go play the power, see how good they are. And
I think that's the smartest thing you can do as a program is take yourself to those next levels, even if you may or may not know those outcomes. To push yourself to play against better players is going to make you ultimately a better player. But there was a yellow card pulled for a check to the head, so Chargers will be man down for the next few minutes.
Yeah, and this will be started straight away here for the Bengals. Coming in, looking to shoot and scoring.
That's one of the hardest shots to save. That left hip is a beautiful windup, able to launch it past that goalie. That was a beautiful shot.
First goal of the game for Avery Miller. And I think, according to the stats I have, I don't know if they're complete or not, her first goal of the season.
That's amazing. That's great. To be having such a great morale out here and have such great encouragement from your teammates as you have an 8-meter opportunity. That's a lot of pressure to get as your first goal. But overall, that was a beautiful goal. Round of applause to her, and way to take on that pressure for the 8-meter shot.
6-0, the advantage for the home Bengals.
I think one of the funnest facts about this team is Coach Nash and Coach Kenning actually coached the 2023 national team together. So they got to Maryland, I think, is where they all traveled out to for the Utah national team. They coached alongside each other. 2 phenomenal coaches able to team up and have a great.
Brighton with the win off the draw. Work to the angle. Good cut inside. Going top side, and it's back-to-back Brighton goals. 7-0.
That was a clean shot, getting it right above the top shelf on that goalie. She had 2 defenders in front of her, but they did not stop her. No body contacts means green flag for her to shoot. That was beautiful.
I got some bad news for Caroline.
Oh.
You ready for this?
What?
I'm wearing a hat today. That's a hat trick. She doesn't get it. I'm keeping my hat on.
You're keeping
hat trick, though, for Caroline Lee today.
That's awesome. That is super
Her third
great.
goal?
That is something that I've only got once in my lifetime, and she is getting it here in such a young age.
Well, and we're just 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah. I mean, she could get a double hat trick. Is that a thing? I hope it is.
Well, she's not getting any of my hats, so
Nah,
no,
nothing.
they're all staying on.
Perfect. That hat hair can look kind of crazy sometimes.
Back to the draw here. Boy, what a start for Brighton. Of course, the crazy thing is they start region play. They'll take on West next week. Mentioned Corners had a couple region games. Mm-hmm. Man, the spring season just flies by so fast, doesn't it?
It's been such a different season. We've had teams come and go at different levels and skills, and it's just been so exciting to see how teams are showing up with such a beautiful draw right here by Sophie. That was a clean takeaway.
Here's Jacobs.
Nice double team. Stick to body contact was getting called. So she'll be getting an 8-meter opportunity as she was inside that 8. Sophie is actually one that is going to be is committed to Westminster. She will be a Griffin next year.
That's awesome. Coming in. Oh, and there you go.
Shot
First
and
goal of the
goal.
game for corner, and Kiefer didn't even see it. Good-looking shot there for Sophie Jacobs to get the Chargers on the board.
Jacobs had a beautiful shot if she was able to see that top shelf left shoulder as she was pulled so far on the right side of goalie on that hash, pulling and shooting to that right or left side, my apologies, left side of the Kiefer is the smartest decision she could have made.
And they're still player down.
That is true.
Corner
They probably have a few more seconds on that player, and
Yeah.
they just got that opportunity. That is crazy, and
Well, and that's where
honor it.
when you have a game like this, that look, it's not been their best game, and give a lot of credit to Brighton. Kiefer's been strong
Kiefer's
in
been
goal
amazing.
today, but when your player down and your best player's like, all right, hey, we need some spark. Let's see if that can help ignite it here for the Chargers.
Yeah, I definitely think something will be happening here.
Is this draw controlled by Brighton? Here comes Nielsen. Sophie talked about it, alluded to it earlier. Started on the basketball team this year for Brighton. Very good
athlete.
basketball player.
Absolutely.
And very good lacrosse player.
Looks like she definitely has the footwork and drive. She can see the lane.
6 goals this year for Nielsen. Make it 7 as she comes right in from that edge and scores her first of the game.
She swept that right past the Chargers goalie's left ear. Beautiful shot. It was a hard angle, especially with her taking it in the way she was with her hand situation. It was a difficult shot, but she was able to get that ball to the back of the net and just give herself another goal. But yeah, we have tons of talented athletes on both sides of the field. We have athletes that are dual athletes on both sides. We have basketball. I think we have Sterling Scholars here on Brighton, student body officers, like just such great student athletes out here on this field.
Well, and for Sophie Nielsen, talk about her contributions in basketball. She was the Region 6 defensive MVP. She was second team All-State. So, I mean, talk about how good she is. And we cover Brighton girls basketball. We saw her on the hardwood, very talented. And then you see her out here on the lacrosse field, and awesome.
I bet she loves being a dual athlete, especially with those two sports. They correlate so well with each other. Being able to have that footwork, they're seeing the lane, defense is similar. Like, it's such great, unique connections between basketball and lacrosse, and I bet she just absolutely loves and adores everyone on both teams.
Off the draw, it's Sophie Nielsen with the catch. As Gurley able to win it. Here's Lee. Gives this back with Nielsen.
They're back even.
Brighton has been really good moving with and without the ball today. A lot of movement. The corners having to track down, watch.
Yeah, the best thing you could do as an attacker, if you're not able to get a good cut off or get a good catch for the motion, it's keep your defender busy. Getting them looking at you means they're not looking at ball. Their focus is going to be driven.
Here's
to
Eichner.
you.
Had a pair of goals in that first quarter. Coming around. Gets a shot on net and scores. Third goal of the game for Charlie Eichner.
She swiped that field clean. Her attackers knew exactly what she was trying to accomplish. All of the Brighton Bengals swung to that right side of goalie as she was able to keep in her dominant hand, shooting it past two defenders right in the back of that net for the low shot.
Yeah, very good shot there for Eichner. Her and Lee have both scored 2 goals in the first. Both scored a goal here in the second. Both have been on varsity since their freshman year.
So impressive. That is so impressive.
14 and 15 been leaving their marks on this program in their careers, and they're both still juniors. And here tonight.
Juniors? I thought they were seniors. Oh
According to my
gosh.
roster.
Good for them. That is such. Oh. Sorry for my commentary. Yep. That was a little bit of some trippage there. The Brighton Bengals, one player has to go behind while she continues forward.
Here comes Ambrose.
Great stick control. She had 4 defenders there.
Ambrose able to get past there. Here's Fawcett. Had a step there. Good help. And, yeah, you get the whistle there. That one in the sphere, pretty easy to see.
Yep, that was in the sphere.
Oh, we're going to get a card.
Yeah, yellow card. I believe for the check of the head.
So here's a big moment for corner. You have an opportunity, extra player.
I mean, they scored with them being man down. Let's see if they can get a couple goals being man up.
Yeah. And this is non-releasable, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Non-releasable in the high school level.
Yeah. So an opportunity for the Chargers to get back in this, a shot and a goal, and that's how it starts. Fawcett with her first of the game makes it 9-2.
Fawcett had a great takeoff, had that first step charging forward as she was able to get her stick enough low so that she could get that ball swiping through those goalies' feet.
31st goal of the year for Catherine Fawcett.
That's amazing.
This is her 6th game.
6th game at 32?
31.
31. It's about to be 32. I don't jinx her. That'll be best. But 31 goals, that's amazing. I don't want to do that math, but that's a lot of goals in a lot of games.
Well, coming in, she had 30 and 5. That's 6 a game.
That's amazing. Wow, good for her. She definitely is attack-driven. I love that.
Well, and that's the thing about corner. When you look at the start of the year, they're coming off a loss to Bear River, 19-8. Every other game they've had, they've scored double digits. Like, the offense has been able to score. Today, you know, Kiefer's been strong in goal, but it's not, I mean, their offense has been there this year.
Absolutely.
This draw controlled by Brighton. Nilsson bringing it ahead. Oh, a little spin move. And there's the delayed whistle.
That was a great wall dodge. But, yes, she did have that flag held. Flag held, just as Dane said, it is a held whistle. What they're initially waiting for is seeing if the player can shoot safely. If not, they're blowing that whistle to pull her back for that 8-meter opportunity.
Straight away. Here comes Nielsen looking to shoot and scores.
Beautiful crown shot. Pulling that stick right up to her head with a maximum amount of velocity, shooting down at those bright green cleats.
Her 8th goal of the season, 2nd of the game. Both in this second quarter is Brighton with the response.
It looks like they're switching out goalkeepers here for the Chargers.
And I think it's one where Brighton has been peppering the goal, but right now you're just looking to try to get some stops, right? If you want to get back in this game, you got to find some response.
Absolutely. And for myself as a player, I don't like to be on the field to start a game. I like to see the perspective outwards. So for Coach Matt right here, he could be possibly having the thought of, hey, take a step out, see what we're seeing, and then you're able to go in with a different perspective. Because right now, all you're seeing is shots right on face.
Yeah.
Like they're all coming at you. Come get a different perspective, see what we see, and go back in with some knowledge.
Yeah, so I believe it's now Lillian Burnett in goal for Corner Canyon, a sophomore.
Whoops.
As this ball on the turf, kept in there by Ambrose.
Look how Brighton takes off that attacking line coming to ride. That is some stellar attack movement to help on the ride for defense.
Talk about Brighton defeated Bingham. They're ranked number 4 in 6A. They won that game 10-7. The pressure that we've seen from Brighton in this first half that they've put on Corner, it's tough.
Absolutely. Yeah, they definitely have some strong individuals out on this field, but they play even stronger as a unit. The legal check is what was called.
So Corner here will...
She'll have, if it happens between the 8 and the 12,
yep.
then she goes back to the 12, has a lane for a whistle start.
Gives this out with Jacobs. Sophie Gurley coming over. That shot was wide.
She's got a little bit of a love push there from her defender, which made her shot just a little bit wide, but it looks like she may be having that ball right back up to Sophie for an 8-meter opportunity.
Just got to let them know you're there.
Yeah, just give her a little love tap. It's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less love behind that tap next time.
We actually had a whistle on that call. It's going to be Jacobs starting here from the 8. So the officials seeing that tap as that shot high, and we're going to get the call here, and another card going to be shown here.
Is it shooter or is it defender?
Check.
Defender?
Yep.
Okay, yellow card.
So
Check
Brighton
to the head.
had fended off the man down, and they're going to go right back to it here.
Hey, they were able to hold it off a few minutes ago. They're going to work hard to try and do it once more. But Sophie has the opportunity once again to get a 8-meter opportunity on the first hash.
Yeah, same spot. Do you approach this differently?
I guess she does.
You do, and it works as Jacobs able to pull Kiefer out just a little bit.
A little bit to get that.
And drop that over.
Get that little lob on in. Yeah, no, she did take a little bit of a different tactic. She was able to drive more to her left side, protecting her right-handed shot. Pulled herself a few inches past the center line of goal. Pulled Kiefer forward. Lobbed it up over for a great shot. Is that her second of the day?
It is her second of the game.
Keep that ball rolling, girlfriend. Keep that ball rolling right into the back of the net.
3:50 to go here, first half, 10-3 Brighton. Good to see Corner find some success in this game. They got to find a way to get some stops and get some momentum built on the offensive side.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is what they need. They're getting into this game. It's 10-3, but those goals can be made fast and furious.
And this one controlled by the Bengals. Nielsen, who's been great in this second quarter. Coming up.
It's interesting that the Chargers are going down, waiting for attack to come to them, versus pushing that ride in the midfield and having body contact and slowing her down there.
Well, how much of that's just trying to get your defense back to defend their offense?
Exactly. I think they kind of learned from the beginning that Brighton has speed on them.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the fact of the matter. They have speed on Corner Canyon, and they have learned, get back, work as a unit. It's better that we're down here, watch the attackers come to us, and so that we're set up to help each other versus that one-on-one burn.
Well, in case in point, you're man down here, and Brighton's just ticking this penalty off, right? I mean, and Corner I don't want to say content, but for a good 30 seconds, there wasn't a lot of pressure there.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I think they were kind of hesitant on, do we pressure out, do we not pressure out? What kind of things have we seen? And, where are they going to keep going? Passing the ball behind net is very safe for Brighton to do. I don't think that's an unintelligent tactic. But look at Corner pushing and pressuring those girls on X for any type of imperfections they can give them.
Well, it's a great usage of space and speed here for Brighton.
Yeah, they're setting
double team coming.
Yeah, they're coming up for that double team, but they also do have girls set behind in case they do get burned on that double team.
Delato there was pushed to the corner, able to get it out. As time continued to tick away, Kate Henderson gives it over. We've got a whistle here. Yeah, so the block here called against Brighton.
Yep. So she did not give her – so block – I don't know exactly if I saw that correctly, but she didn't have time and space on the screen that she was doing, which undoubted gave the defender a block on her, turning it over.
But they killed at least a minute.
Absolutely.
And very well executed as we're inside the final two here in this first half. Brighton with possession after that went out of bounds. Here's Ayla Cole. She's got some room. Ayla thought about it. Oh, good find. Nice. Nielsen. That's a good recovery there by Ambrose.
That was smart of her to pull it out and not keep pressuring through all that attack. 3 seconds is being called for, from the official. That is a major foul. Ball is going back to the dot with a cleared lane.
Brian here going to start here behind the goal. Oh, that one just jarred loose with the whistle.
Between the 8 and the 12, or maybe it was up at that 8, gives us an 8-meter opportunity on that hanging hash. This is a little bit of a hard shot. She has a strong defender on her right side, and she's got to push through that defender to be able to get a good shot off on this angle because goalie's also right-handed.
Nielsen crashing in, thought about it. Oh, good patience there.
Intelligent team. They're all screaming flag. That was able to help her to say, hey, teammate, stop, because there's a foul that has happened, and you're going to get a better positioning. So don't force it.
Yeah, much better positioning. Yep. Nielsen offset. Has 2 goals here in the second. Coming in, looking for the Hattie and finds it. 3rd goal of the game for Sophie Nielsen.
Beautiful 8-meter opportunity that she was able to get a bouncer shot off of right between the goalie's legs. And that was overall just well executed. She went split right through the defense and had a great opportunity and a great goal.
By the way, we failed to recognize that penalty killed off. Brighton back to even strength.
Good for them.
Did a nice job.
Intelligence. That's what we have out on this field for both players, like both teams, is that they have the IQ. Corner Canyon got a goal when they were man down. They took the opportunity, knowing Brighton was going to force pressure. They moved the ball fast. They got a foul. They got a goal. Excellent things happened for them. And so that's exactly what Brighton did on the flip side. They knew that they had a foul, and they took the opportunities that they could take.
Brighton, the offense has been electric in this first half, and if you have any electrical needs, check out Precision Lighting and Electric. It's a multi-generation electrical contractor that's been wiring custom homes, remodels, and high-volume track homes along the Wasatch Front for 30 years. As that shot wide, but a reminder, if you have any electrical needs, ask your builder for Precision Lighting and Electric. Proud sponsor of Brighton Lacrosse.
We had a little bit of a collision where Corner Canyon was on the ground, but Brighton was super sweethearts, making sure that she was okay as she got back up and the ball came back to the field. Great just sportsmanship there.
Here's Ambrose. Looking for a lane. Good step. That taken away by Kiefer again. This one given up. Second opportunity taken away.
Sophie was smart, though. When sticks are high, all like that, she's shooting low. That was a smart, intelligent idea. It didn't quite go end the way she wanted it to, but it was intelligent nonetheless.
And Berger drawing the whistle here, so it'll be Avery Berger set up straight away. 8-meter opportunity as Annabelle Kiefer continues to play so strong between the pipes. Berger coming in. The bounce shot is wide. Final seconds. Corner has it. And Brighton able to defend, and that will do it. We've reached halftime. Brighton leading Corner Canyon 11-3 as Annabelle Kiefer. What a half for the junior goalie for Brighton as the Bengals with the lead. You're watching Brighton Lacrosse on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second half, 11-3. Brighton leading Corner Canyon. Strong first half from the Bengals. Dane Stewart here, joined by Megan Chambers. Boy, what an impressive half for the Bengals today. And in fact, speaking of that first half, Annabelle Kiefer was really probably the best player on the field for Brighton. And we got a change in net to start the second half. It'll be Kennedy Norton between the pipes for Brighton.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the change in goalie. We have a taller goalie, which will change how the game kind of moves a little bit down there.
Off the draw, and this controlled by Corner Canyon. They didn't score in the first quarter. Found like they started to find some offense again in that second quarter. But when you think about the second half, Megan, how can they get in to find more success on the offensive end?
Yeah, I think really focusing on moving the ball quickly and working as a team to go to net and seeing where there's cutters and the opportunities versus working in silos.
Here's Ambrose. I think Brighton's been so good defensively, too. They haven't given up a lot. And you see even the help there on the slide from Henderson.
Yeah, Brighton's help defense has been awesome in this game.
Oh, Fawcett had a little bit of a lane through the teeth, and she finishes. What a goal!
That was a great top right goal by
Fawcett.
Yeah, it was great.
That's one of those we saw a couple times in that first half where you see that delay whistle. That's exactly why, right? Because if you can play through that and get a shot away, count the goal.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great opportunity for them.
Normally you see that amount of contact jar it loose. I'm surprised she was able to maintain that possession, get a shot off. That's a heck of a job by the top scorer for Corner Canyon. 32nd goal on the year for the junior.
Yeah, maintaining control of the ball while you're down there under pressure is key for this Brighton defense because they're strong down there.
So we'll head back to the draw. And this one just over pursued by Nielsen. Ambrose picked it up. And you see the contact there, inadvertent, but contact nonetheless. Ambrose coming up.
We're looking for that back pass. Take drive to goal.
Here's Fawcett coming in.
We have an 8-meter shot opportunity.
Oh, and Corner Canyon back-to-back goals for the Chargers to start this second half. Boy, good response here in this third quarter, Megan.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Brighton's down there talking about and what they're going to change on their defense to really counteract Corner Canyon's attack enthusiasm right now.
This feels like really the first time we've seen a lot of energy coming from Corner Canyon tonight.
Yeah, they're really turning up their energy right now. Looked like they did a ball change.
I'm guessing that's a first goal or momentum's goal.
If the ball is not new enough or too greasy, they'll change it out for a newer ball. So there's no advantage off of that or disadvantage.
We'll redo this. (11-5). We talked about Corner Canyon. They can score a lot of goals and an important, I think, draw win there for Brighton. See if they can get back in their offense. As Sophie Nielsen had 3 goals in that second quarter. How about 3 different Brighton Bengals with 3 goals in the first half with Nielsen, Eichner, and Lee?
That's quite an accomplishment. It shows, skill on the attack. So there's not one attack you're looking at.
Nielsen coming around.
Corner Canyon keeping them out of the 12.
Oh, a little bit of room. Hugely stepping in, drawing the whistle.
This is Brighton's 8-meter opportunity to put it in the back of the net.
Hugely had, I think, the second goal of the game. We haven't heard from, or she hasn't scored since that point, but a good opportunity for her here. Alex coming in, looking for the shot. And that one, yeah. Oh, crease violation, my bad.
Yep, so they'll give it back to Corner Canyon and clear it out.
How about this? This is crazy. You know, Brighton, if you haven't been to Brighton High School in a while, you got to come out. Beautiful new school. Field's been redone. It's fantastic. But this senior class, the last group that remembers the old building. You remember the old building, the wheel, the big old circle?
I never saw the old building.
Oh, man,
no.
it was something else.
How new is this?
It's like 3 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is like the last group that remembers that old structure. And it's a beautiful new building. It's huge.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Quite a
up here.
campus, yeah. Corner Canyon back on it. Jacobs.
Oh, so we have a... So Sophie's taking an 8-meter shot. She's really going to look for that top right or the bounce shot because on that left side, there's not much of an opportunity. She's going to try to move the goalie.
Coming in. That one kind of fooled everyone looking around. Brighton now with it. I think Norton got a piece. I think.
The defender?
The goalie.
The goalie, yeah.
Had the whistle there as Brighton was coming up in transition. They'll continue here. Eichner gives this back. Here's Gurley. Oh, Gurley with a lane. Izzy working in front, and that's saved. Good save there by Burnett.
Yeah, that was a great save. Didn't move her much, but that goalie did great in tracking the ball, making sure she was right there for the shot.
And now Corner looking to get it clear. As we got 7.5 to go, third quarter.
That
Ambrose.
midfield defense, double teaming, trying to stop them before they get to the half field.
Dowling sending up. Fawcett. Boy, Fawcett, she's got great speed too. As shooting space here, she'll start at the 12. Oh, in the sphere, yeah. Sorry, I got it confused. We got a spotter up here to help us now. This is fantastic. Fawcett to the middle. You see her switching sticks or hands of the stick, and
Yeah, trying to move the goalie. and around her defenders.
And a card here being given to Gurley. With 6:45 to go. So again, corner will have an extra player here.
Is that 4 yellow cards? I think for Brighton. So this is their 4th opportunity to play a man down.
Starting straight away, Fawcett coming in. Oh, another goal for Fawcett. And you see she could sense that stick up high. She kind of ducks underneath it, buying time to get right in front of the goal, and finishes.
All right, we're doing a goalie switch to number 13, it
Looks like it. Boy, so Kiefer, she was so good in that first half. Was on the bench for the first 6 minutes of this second half. How hard is that to come back on?
I think to what Kenzie was saying earlier, I think sitting out and just seeing where the ball is moving and how she can improve based on watching the whole game from a side view and then coming back in. I'm sure she has a better idea of how she wants to approach this next quarter and attack it.
Good response by Corner. They trailed this game 5-0 in the first, 11-3 at the break. Have a 5-goal deficit.
They're coming back.
And they're extra player for the next minute 50.
Great opportunity.
Yeah.
They've played the majority of the game man down, playing with an opportunity right there.
Out of the air, and Brighton with the win. Hugely. Coming up.
Let's see how their defense reacts.
And that's where Brighton was so quick in the early goal, and they really haven't been able to use their speed in this second half. Hugely, you see her work all the way through, as probably will wisely pull this back out. Taken back behind by Gessel.
So it looks like they're increasing their defense to a double, where they have one girl always on ball and one girl always trailing as for the double to put pressure on the girls with the ball.
Is that what you're doing when you're man down? Because you can't essentially double team?
Yep. Get pressure and try and move it back down the field.
Past the midway point here in the third quarter. Eichner gave that over with Nielsen. Here's Eichner. Put good pressure. Ivy West was there defensively, trying to challenge for the Chargers. Nielsen, this is the most room Brighton has had in a minute or so. .30 more seconds left. On the man down for the Bengals. You see Corner Canyon bringing enforcements back.
Yeah, Brighton looks like they're using the space behind the goal to spend time. That's protected space versus in front of the goal.
Nielsen. And time is done. Gurley coming back on.
Let's see how this attack changes now that we are 1-to-1, girl to girl.
Trying to split defenders there, and we've got a block here. So this will be an opportunity for the Bengals. Just offset the shot, and again, the last couple shots they've been shooting right into the
right
stick
into the
of the
goalie
goalie.
stick, yeah. Ideally, you want to try to move the goalie so that their stick moves, and then you get that open net.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I think that was a
big
slash.
swipe there, yeah. And so this is going to be a card.
So Corner Canyon, again, with an opportunity to play a man up.
And I think the official might have just given the indication that might have been the fourth. Yeah, they just gave the indication that is the fourth card.
So what that means is now they will play down one man for the rest of the game.
That'll be significant. Is got 3:50 to go here in the third. (11-6). Brighton has not scored in this third quarter after their offense at times seemed almost unstoppable in that first half. That pass deflected out of the air. Bengals with it. Jarred loose. We got a infraction there. Leave it with the Bengals.
Let's see what they can do with one man down.
Well, I would imagine a lot what we saw last time, right? Behind goal.
Yeah, or moving it quickly in front of the goal.
Boy, looking to attack, but ran out of room there with the crease. Oh, looks like Eichner might be hobbling just a little bit.
So what they just did is only one man can be in the crease at a time, so they dropped the ball. The goalie dropped the ball so a field player could come and get it, which is a safe way to get the ball
Did
out.
not execute it well because Brighton's going to have it.
Yeah, I did not.
And I missed exactly where the infraction was on the play, but the official was right there. And so Brighton here, man down, will have it again starting from the dot behind goal.
Yeah, so with that, the goalie ran back into the crease too soon before the ball was cleared out.
So here's Gurley. And they have brought Eichner off. She is still hobbling on the sideline for Brighton. Here's Lee. Caroline coming around that screen, still on it here, looking potentially for a shot. She'll take it and score. Oh, sweet Caroline Lee with her fourth goal of the game.
Yeah, it was a top right shot. They moved the goalie by moving their body in the 8 and having defense as like a shield to kind of block where they were going to take their shot. That was a great shot.
We've got a timeout taken here by Corner Canyon. We'll take a moment, thank some of the sponsors of Brighton Lacrosse. Porcupine Grill. Since it's opened its doors at the mouth of Big Cottonwood Canyon in 1998, Porcupine Grill has been dedicated to feeding and supporting the community through its ongoing grassroots sponsorships of various local partners, including high school athletics throughout the Salt Lake Valley. Porcupine's mission has always been to create the perfect gathering place for skiers, mountain bikers, sports and outdoor enthusiasts, families, and friends to relax and enjoy great food while meeting new friends and experiencing exceptional service. Their wide variety of fresh and scratch-made food is a welcome escape from the mass-produced offerings from the usual food chains. We hope to see you all at Porcupine for lunch, dinner, or brunch soon. Go Bengals! Also want to remind you, Aviva Woman. Hello, lacrosse fans. Did you know Aviva Woman offers personalized hormone therapy solutions tailored to your unique needs? If you suffer from migraines, fatigue, or just not feeling normal, our expert team can help optimize your hormone levels for peak performance and overall well-being. And if you're here today, take advantage of our special offer. Receive $50 off your hormone lab work. Don't miss this opportunity to feel your best with Aviva. 12-6, the lead for Brighton. 2 to play here in the third. And this game that felt like was in control, I don't know, it feels like it's a little more in the air, Megan.
Yeah, they've really come back in this second half where Brighton is really having to think about their motion on a one-man down on attack, and Corner Canyon's really trying to take advantage of the man-up situation. Their defense is very physical and trying to get the ball back down on their side to make a goal.
Talk about some of the top scorers today. 4 goals for Caroline Lee, 3 for Charlie Eichner, 3 for Sophie Nielsen, 3 for Catherine Fawcett. We've seen a lot of great individual performances tonight.
Yeah, it's been great to see the goalies also.
Yeah.
We have had some transitions on Brighton, but Corner Canyon as well, and how that impacts the saves and the motion on attack.
Kiefer's had one of the stronger games I've seen in cage the couple of years we've covered the game. I mean, almost remnants of Park City last year. They were so good between the pipes, and kind of has the feel of what Kiefer's done tonight. And look, Burnett's come on for Corner Canyon in relief. She's had some nice saves in this third quarter as well. Here's Ambrose. And now Brighton setting up defensively. Corner setting up offensively. Ambrose coming up. Fawcett, Gurley staying right there with her. They're trying to deny possession for the top scorer for Corner Canyon. Here's Jacobs. And that one lost initially. And now we'll get a card being given here to Jacobs. So now Brighton here will start.
So now Corner Canyon is not playing with one man up. They're even, girl to girl. Even though they're playing 6-on-6 right now on the attack or on defense, they still have to keep 4 back in the midfield to keep it fair. So you'll only see 6 defenders down there and 6 attack. Should be 4 behind the restraining line.
Phillips plays this back hugely. Coming around. Oh, nice move. Hughley still with it. Looking for a little bit of room. Cuts through. Hughley in front, off the post. What a shot. That one didn't miss by much.
That was great movement, though.
Nice pass. Oh.
Working in front. Nielsen cutting back. Can't get a shot away.
Being smart on attack, though, trying to keep it down there. Make sure their goal goes in the back of the net and doesn't transition back down the field.
Here's Lee. 20 seconds left. Gotta hurry here.
Yeah, the penalty was called on 3 seconds, so we had a defender hanging out in the 8-meter for longer than 3 seconds.
They did stop the clock with 5.9 left, so we're going to let ours match that.
And like I was saying, we still have to have 4 Corner Canyons behind the restraining line, so they had to fix that.
Here's Caroline Lee starting from 8 meters. Final opportunity here in the third. Lee coming in. The shot, the goal. Caroline Lee with the finish for Brighton. And all that momentum Corner Canyon had been building up, back-to-back goals for Lee and the Bengals.
Yeah, it's looking great out there. Both teams are really, the passion's increasing, the intensity's increasing. We have one more quarter left and 1.5 seconds in the third, so let's see how it keeps driving.
I have time for one final draw. In the air, and with that, the third quarter complete. 13-6, Brighton with the lead over the Corner Canyon Chargers. You're watching Brighton Lacrosse on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. We do want to thank Brighton Lacrosse sponsors. Just a reminder, Raising Cane's, so good. Serves the most craveable chicken finger meals you'll find. It's our one love. 9 locations here in Utah, from Logan to Provo, where people can stop in for one of our quality chicken finger meals. Raising Cane's, a proud sponsor of Brighton Lacrosse. Also want to thank Precision Lighting and Electric. It's a multi-generation electrical contractor that's been wiring custom homes, remodels, and high-volume track homes along the Wasatch Front for over 30 years. If you have a need, ask your builder for Precision Lighting and Electric. We'll head back to the draw to start the fourth quarter. Brighton is led for the entire contest. A 7-goal difference. Can Corner Canyon find enough offense to pull off a big come-from-behind victory on the road? Had to get oriented here. And another draw possessed by Brighton. Here's Nielsen. Sophie. Sophie with the shot and the goal for Brighton.
That was a great drive all the way from the draw straight down into the lane, right into the goal, left side, bottom. That was a great shot.
And talk about her on the hardwood, and Sophie Nielsen does a lot of that. Good driving, finishing from close.
Yeah, and accuracy with her shots. That was great precision.
Her 4th goal of the game for the sophomore. 10 on the year, unofficially now, for Sophie Nielsen.
The intensity's high. You can feel it in the stands. They were all cheering.
Region matchups for both these two, a non-region contest, kind of get things settled before. They're all important with RPI, but region championships, region games, always just have something more to it. And Brighton has looked good in this quote-unquote final tune-up. This one's still on the ground before being gathered momentarily by Hughley, and the whistle there will give it to the Bengals. Here's Gurley. Boy, Brighton doesn't have numbers. They don't care. Is he working behind?
Right there, roll.
Coming around, Miller. They're going to make corner chase here a little bit. Oh, there's some room.
Yeah, that was a great example of you want to try and get your body in front of the girl with the ball or your attack instead of just leading with just your stick. You want to make sure your body's there too as a
Oh, and
defender.
a charge here. We're going to go the way of Corner Canyon. Megan, help us understand a little bit, that call of a charge. What justifies that?
Yeah, a charge, in that call, they were, the charge in that position, I missed it. I was looking at the defensive stance on the bottom left.
Sent wide here out of the air. That one kept. Here's Dowland.
That was a great double team. Corner Canyon did set a screen for the double team. It was successful.
And here comes Zoe. Brighton had a player down in the middle of the field. They're going to make a substitution here. As Eichner going to come back on. Remember, she was a little hobbled in that third quarter. She seems to be running well for the Bengals as she comes on here in the fourth. Just over 9.5 to play. Here is Lee.
That was a great dodge.
Lee just over the crossbar, backed up.
That was a great goal. Just missed the post by a little bit, but dodging around the defense.
Nielsen working out here with Eichner. Sent over with Nielsen. You see corner again, bringing that help. I got to force this ball to move.
Yeah, Brighton's trying to get it above the extended goal line extended, but Corner Canyon's double team defense is really holding them back.
Gurley had the step. Here's Izzy right in front of the shot, and a rocket from Izzy Gurley as Brighton scoring again.
That was great patience on their attack.
First goal of the game for Izzy. I believe her 10th on the season. We talked about early on the speed that was evident from Brighton, and you see it right there.
Yeah, it's great to see when they turn it on and when they know when to tame it back. The change in speed really keeps the defense on their toes. So you saw them changing speed behind the goal and then turning it up to really take it to goal in front.
We talk about some of the players on this Brighton roster. Izzy, one that has participated with the Utah national team. Ayla Cole acts hugely, Zoe Kiefer, Charlie Acton. We've talked about all of them. They've all left their imprints today, and all players that have played as a part of that Utah national team. So, again, the talent on the field for Brighton has been evident really throughout.
And their coaches. I mean, having 5 of their 8 coaches play in college, that's an impressive coaching staff as well.
It is a very impressive coaching staff. Over 100 years of coaching combined on this staff.
That's impressive.
Coaching and playing experience. Sorry, I misread.
Lacrosse experience.
Isn't that crazy, though?
That is crazy.
And they got 3 alums on this staff as well. Of course, their head coach played for a rival, but Nash does a great job here. I want to thank Coach Nash. She's taking great care of us, giving all sorts of information. She does a great job leading this program for the Bengals. As again on the possession.
So again, Brighton being patient behind.
Is he still with it? And I feel like Brighton today really hasn't chased their offense. It's been very natural for them. It hasn't been a selfish approach. It's really been about making the right play and the right player at the right time.
Yeah, and that takes a lot of self-control, not just from one player, but from the whole team.
Knocked away from behind. Oh, no, they say that was last touched by corner.
So it'll be Brighton's ball now since Corner Canyon touched it last. Self-start to goal.
Oh, got a lane, working in front, and that taken away. Good save by Burnett. I think that was Avery Miller with the opportunity. She's looking to come off here. Brighton will make a change. Good pressure there by Eichner. Maintained by the Chargers momentarily. Brighton.
Let's see who comes up with it in the middle.
Gurley. Had it. Oh, yeah, we got a Charger down behind the play here. And this is Marissa Parker. As 6:43 to go, we've got an injury going to come out and make a substitution here. Parker appears to be okay. Good to see her up.
That's a relief.
Yeah, she was down for a while and always get nervous.
It is still a pretty physical game. So hopefully she comes back out. We can see her before the game ends.
Yeah. I mean, they're not wearing helmets. Those are goggles just for eye protection. And you talk about sticks and, that ball flying around. And checking. You do get bodies into each other as you're going for some of those ground balls. And it's good to see her up. In fact, it's rare Ambrose wearing a helmet, but it's rare to see that.
Yeah, it's becoming more common, especially with the amount of concussions that is possible in the game. It's not required yet as a female player, but it is optional, and they do make lacrosse legal helmets.
Gurley with her second goal of the game, both in this fourth quarter. Does a great job. Again, using her speed, work right in front of the cage. That one top shelf again. As Brighton pushes it to a 10-goal lead, their largest of the game. And with that, we got a running clock, and our apologies. We missed that one as we got it back synced up here, just over 6 to go in regulation. Megan, what has stood out to you about what you've seen tonight?
Yeah, it's been really fun to see the change in how Brighton's attack is adapting to Corner Canyon's defense and their man up or man down positioning, and their different lacrosse IQ throughout the game as different opportunities change, because the opportunities have changed a lot.
This is a team we saw last year when Bear River came to play Brighton. And Bear River got the better end of them, I think, in overtime, if I recall. But, man, this Brighton team, they feel more mature, more seasoned, more dialed in. It's a really good team here for Coach Nash. Again, early part of the year, it's a tough region when you think about Region 6, Park City, Olympus, how good that region is. But Brighton, to me, they look like they're one that hopes to be able to compete with the best of the best in 5A.
Yeah, they don't look stressed. They look like they have, they're settled in their attack. They're settled in the midfield. They look in control. It's a great way to start the season as you go up against those teams.
Corner here will start it. Corner playing on.
They keep trying that midfield double and triple team. See where it gets them.
Mentioned for Brighton, they'll start off region play, host West here. And for Corner Canyon, they'll return home before taking on the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. We saw Mountain Ridge earlier this season. Coach Brusha has herself a squad again for the Sentinels. Of course, that Region 2 in 6A, really tough when you think about Riverton and Mountain Ridge, Bingham.
Yeah, this is a great game going into their region games to get them prepared to play Mountain Ridge and the attack and defense that they have ahead of them.
This will stay here with the Bengals, as we're down to 3.5 to go. Megan, I haven't given you this awareness, so here we go. At the end of the game, you get to choose a player of the game. No pressure. There's not one right answer. There's just, two. So I'm just kidding. Just want to give you a heads up. Nielsen here. Yeah, there's the call. So Nielsen here will start from 12. Just beyond. My apologies. Thought about it.
That was a smart choice to pull out, though.
Yep. Brighton going to make a change in goal here as they run Norton back on. Nielsen.
That was a push, so we'll get a 8-meter shot. Or 12. It was outside the 8.
Yep.
Looks like she lost
contact there.
Yep. Try again.
Yeah, back to the 12. Ball on the ground. How about that? Little soccer pass from Sophie.
Yeah, when you're in a big group like that, trying to get a ground ball, sometimes the best choice is just kick it out so that you can pass it off to a teammate easier.
Well, that was a good feed, looking for Henderson in front. Couldn't quite connect. Emma and Kate. Cousins for the Brighton Bengals. Chargers in transition. And the call here will allow Fawcett the start. Lost, but the whistle there will allow the 8-meter start. Fawcett straight away.
And I think Brighton did a goalie switch.
They did, yeah. It's Norton. Fawcett, the wind-up. Oh, good bounce shot there from Fawcett. Able to score it.
In under a minute, the last minute of the game.
Yeah.
That was a great look. The goalie had a stance, opening up an opportunity between her legs, faked it, and then got it right between her legs where she wasn't expecting it.
We haven't seen a lot of bounce shots in this game.
No, a lot of top shelf shots.
Yeah, it's one of the rare ones we've seen, but got the job done for the Chargers.
Great opportunity for it.
16-7. When we talk about this Corner Canyon offense, scored 8 against Bear River, 7 tonight against Brighton. Does that speak to how good the Brighton's D has been? Has that maybe surpassed some of your expectations, Megan?
Yeah, I mean, Brighton's defense has been great this whole time. I think Corner Canyons as well has really put the pressure on Brighton. Brighton's held it a lot on their attack to use time, to not put it down on the other end of the field, which was smart. But I think Corner Canyon's done a great job at getting the opportunities to move it down as well.
Well, I think one of the things that won't show up tonight. Well, it showed up tonight, but if you just if you didn't watch the game, you probably don't appreciate it. The first half we saw from Annabelle Kiefer, 5, 6, 7 saves in that first half that really set a tone early. Corner had good looks, they just couldn't beat the Brighton goalie.
Yeah, Kiefer is a great goalie, very talented.
And Brighton here can just tick this away if they elect. Final 25 seconds. Gurley with a pair of goals in the fourth. And that seems as though that'll be content here for the Bengals. 20 seconds to go. Ground ball kept here by Gessel. Gessel. Clock down to the final 5. Izzy coming around, gets the shot wide, and that will do it. 16-7, your final score. Brighton with the win. Megan, your final thoughts of the game and then a selection of a player of the game.
Yeah, this was a great game to watch both teams come out with on different tempos. I think that Brighton really set the tone at the beginning, and I think Corner Canyon really matched them more in the second half with their defense and driving on attack. My player of the game will be Kiefer in goal, with how she really, I think, led the tone of the game from the first half, which led to their success.
That's a great selection. That's where I was going. 3 different Bengals had more than 3 goals, but Annabelle Kiefer set the tone early to pace Brighton defensively and shut down what has been a really good Corner Canyon offense. Catherine Fawcett, 4 goals unofficially in the loss. 16-7, your final score as Brighton defeats Corner Canyon. We want to thank all of our sponsors to make this stream possible. Heidemann and Associates, Igloo Outfitters, and of course sponsors of Brighton Lacrosse, Aviva Women, Market Street Grill, Porcupine Grill, Precision Lighting and Electric, and Raising Canes. Thank you for your sponsorship of high school sports here on KSLSports.com. For Tino Psyche, Kenzie Christiansen, Megan Chambers, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week on KSLSports.com. Good night, everybody.